clash between good and evil. Only the pure will survive to see the new heaven on earth. The eternal darkness must be opposed. All able are summoned, for this is the last stand.
And on the seventh day the fog lifted, God appeared stripped and stricken. It made me sick to listen as the whole of the earth was left burnt, crisp and sizzling. Right then I knew it was way too late for remorsing, regardless of the proportions, cause there ain't no extorting a full horseman. To even try would be considered madness. And why? The world's already ravaged, so just cry as you ride to hell in a handbasket, or just stop and stare thoughtfully into the eyes of a dark monstrosity as you're made to commit hypocrisies and evil atrocities. And then with mad philosophy you're tossed awkwardly into a world of debauchery, even though this prophecy is nothing more than a commodity. Well, when you burn in the flames, we'll see if that changes your philosophy, cause it'll sure change your life. Damn right. And that night I was face to face with the Antichrist. They told him the acts he committed are worse than that of Pontius Pilate. He just laughed and nonchalantly denied it.
Understand this, by the end the whole world's famished. As bottomless pits swallow up kids, you know what the follow-up is. Entire families vanish. You don't need a CAT scan to realize this is the last stand.
Earthquakes and tidal waves, unbridled rage and devastation. Like God that looses restraint, son, this the last stand. You can be brave, but killed down to the last man, trying to tell you, look, this is the last stand.
The universe is on the brink of destruction, and for the first time, damn it, I can think of nothing. And what's worse is the sinking assumption that corruption is linked to the abruption that will leave us extinct. Humanity's insanity based on vanities expanding rapidly, and casualties of what's happening. But it's not the death of the flesh, it's the slaying of the precious breath that first brought life into man's chest. Just as we were made from the earth, so shall we return after Jesus' rebirth. And we all get what we earn, and in turn, that means we burn. A lot of shit's gotta change, like all the pain caused in the Gaza Strip, and sustain the vicious attacks from a malicious Iraq. And it's bitches like France that resist to fight back, pissed at the fact that dozens of riots have ruined the Muslim alliance. And it's because of their silence that allowed them to muster such violence, and all we have left is to bust our guns in compliance. Understand this, by the end the whole world's famished. As bottomless pits swallow up kids, you know what the follow-up is. Entire families vanish. You don't need a CAT scan to realize this is the last stand.
Earthquakes and tidal waves, unbridled rage and devastation. Like God that looses restraint, son, this the last stand. You can be brave, but killed down to the last man, trying to tell you, look, this is the last stand. In these last days, the fight is replaced by guns that are dismantling your life. Wait till later understanding that the plight was twice the insight Christ left for examining. Now it's easy to see when my life is abandoned, so now you can play it straight or test your fate with this hand cannon. And I know God said thou shalt not judge, but sometimes I wanna let my tech feel the grudge. Submerge these slugs in blood, it's like a perverse hug where you feel no love. Just die with your hands held high trying to reverse this flood.
But the curse is in the blood and it flows in currents. A death merchant who exists on towers and terminus, and interdimensional planes. A serpent whose name can't be interpreted by intellectual brains. My voice changed, sounding disdain. Before being slain, I remembered the last words Abel spoke to Cain, who was murdered over the herds and stables his father had tamed. Forgive my brother for he knows not, and give to others what I got. This way mothers won't watch their own sons rot. Understand this, by the end the whole world's famished. As bottomless pits swallow up kids, you know what the follow-up is. Entire families vanish. You don't need a CAT scan to realize